Welcome back to Own the Map on Riverbend Springs, August, year 2, the official start of year 2. We've been at this is month 13. So, we're going to do like normal. We're going to get our greenhouse filled up with water so that we don't get behind on that. And then we're going to take a look, appears to be a set of beams over to the museum. And then we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. I don't know if our lettuce or if our silage is worth anything yet or not, but we're going to find out. But first things first, let's get some of this stuff done. And if I remember right, I forgot to collect our tedding contract from last night, or from last month. So we have to do that as well, but we'll do that when we really get started for the day. First things first is our beams. Let's see what they're worth. Hopefully a lot. We're just gonna head across the road to the museum. This is the first non-long planks that I've sent over here. So we should actually see some progress on the museum coming up soon. Hopefully. $4,508. That I like. So we need 5,000 more wood beams and 1,000 more wood planks, long planks. And then we should start seeing some progress on the museum. I know the next step is going to be tricky because we don't have any concrete. But that's with time. It doesn't have to be done anytime soon. It just has to be done at the end of the challenge. So, for now, we are going to get some water into the greenhouse, and then we'll move on from there. I will see you when I get it done. Now we're coming across the property with our final load of water for the day. Takes about 5 loads a day, a little less. So, I mean, it's just some upkeep that if we don't keep up on it, we're going to fall way behind. And I really don't want to fall behind on that. So we'll get that unhooked and let it just finish draining as it chooses. Lettuce is not worth what I'd like it to be. It's still worth about $100 less per 1,000 liters than what the max price is. But we don't desperately need the money, so I'm not going to sell it. It appears that our silage is not silage yet. Not sure how much longer that'll take, but we'll keep an eye on it throughout the day and see what it's worth. For now, we're just going to check on some contracts. We have a very good paying spraying contract on a field that's not very big, so I'm a little confused about that one. Okay, I'm confused. On the left side, it says $7,395, and under the payment, it says $1,140. So, well, we're going to take it and see what happens. We've got nothing better to do. Ah, and we are also going to complete this one, $5,486. Hop back in our little tractor. I don't know if we've got any spray left, but we're going to find out. Looks like we've got one over there. Okay. Get this scooped up. Okay, and I will see you guys when I get to the field. Oh, we made her down to our field. It's this little guy right ahead of us. We're gonna get her opened up and just get started, I guess. I'm gonna drop off this herbicide. I don't think we need to carry this with us right at the moment. No biggie. Okay, now we're gonna get started. Sorry, I've got other things going on here in my head at the same time. Decided I wanted to try out some horseplay. I've never used it on FS15 or 25. So we're going to try it out. I don't think I have wages turned on though. I'm going to have to do that. Whoops, not that much. Looks like we're just going to be going up and back on this one. Sounds good to me. Anyway, we're going to let horseplay take care of it, and I will see you when we get done. Well, our workers coming to the final pass of this here spraying contract. They did a nice job. This is the first time I've used horseplay at all on FS25. I used to use it on 22 and then 19. But this is the first time on this one. As we progress, it's probably going to become more and more used only because of what it's going to take to actually own the map. So I'm just trying to learn, trying to get things done. Wish we had a combine right at the moment, but we don't. So there is a cultivation contract in our contract list right now, so we're going to get this guy back to the homestead, grab the big tractor and the cultivator, and we'll head over to that one. It's not very far from the farm, but I'm going to pick up the herbicide, and then I'll see you when I get to the homestead. Oh, we're back at the homestead. We're just going to back this whole unit into the barn here. Just leave everything where it is. We might need it later. And we're going to hop in the big tractor, swing over, grab our cultivator, and then our field is basically right back where we came from, or in the same direction, before we take the big curve up the hill. So, here we go. We're going to grab our cultivator, and I'll see you when we get back to the, or when we get to the field. Well, our field is this brown one right up here on our left. We're gonna just get right into it. This one might take us a little bit. It's a pretty good sized field, but we'll get there. We got a pretty good sized cultivator too. So, but we're gonna we're going to get her done, and I will see you guys when it's finished. So we are coming to the final pass or two of our cultivation contract. I think we'll have just a little bit left after this pass. It didn't take very long. With this 8-meter cultivator, it goes pretty quick. I'll get this one. Well, I have 2 contracts to collect. Last time I looked just a couple of minutes ago, there were no new contracts that we can do in the contract list. But things change. We can always head back to the homestead. We'll check on our silage pit, do things that need to be done. So, but for now, we'll get this guy finished up, and we'll get him off the field, and we'll get the 2 contracts collected. And then we'll see if there's anything else available. So our spraying contract is worth 1,140, and our cultivation is 2,304. And there are no new contracts available. There's a lot of harvesting going on, but unfortunately we don't have any types of harvesters yet. And that's going to be a while. So we're going to get back to the homestead, get this cultivator dropped off. Maybe check on our silage, see if that's doing anything. And we will, well, we'll see what happens. It wouldn't be the first time that we had to wait a while for a contract to show up or something. Anyway, I'll see you when I get to the homestead. Well, we made her back to the homestead. We're just going to back this guy in too. No point disconnecting anything. We might just need it again. We're going to check on contracts again quick. And then we'll, take a trip up to the homestead, or up to the field, and see what our silage is doing. Well, no contract, so we're going to go up to our silage pit and see what's going on. Oh yeah, we have to fertilize and lime our field today, don't we? I forgot all about that. Well, when we get back down there, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to grab our little tractor and the fertilizer spreader and come on up here and take care of that. Oh yeah, I got to have the HUD open for that. We're at 75% fermented. So by noonish, maybe a little after, early afternoon, we should have silage. Oops. Well, I remember the last time we did something stupid like that. We struggled to get that back on there. But hey, I managed this time. Anyway, we're going to drop this off over here by our seed that we haven't needed because there has been no sowing and planting contracts. And we're going to grab our fertilizer spreader, which I believe has fertilizer in it. Ooh, we're going to run to the store and pick up another bag of fertilizer. So, I'll see you when I get to the store. We made it up to the store. We are going to grab a couple of bags of lime while we're here as well. We've got one up there. I don't remember how much is in it. We're going to grab 1 bag of fertilizer and 2 bags of lime. So the fertilizer is $1,920. And the lime is $900 the way it looks. Well, we will get the fertilizer in the spreader, and we will get the lime on the forks, and we'll head up to our field. Well, let's see if I can do this today without any real issues. I know that would be a shocker if I can actually pick something up the way I'm supposed to. Yep. Big surprise, right? Okay, well that wasn't too bad for once. Okay, we will get up to the field and we'll get set up to fertilize, and then when we're done with that, we'll lime right away. Oh, we're almost there. We're going to dump off these 2 loads of lime, and then we'll get up to the field, we'll fertilize, and then come back and lime. If I can get up the little hill to the makeshift storage area. Okay, where did I put that other limes? Right there. Okay. Okay. Now we'll get up to the field and we'll get her fertilized. The field information is still valid for our precision farming, so we're just going to get into it. Probably won't take very much, I wouldn't think. I mean, I could be wrong. What, we got turkeys? Or hogs? We got hogs. I don't want hogs, they destroy everything. Anyway, I'm going to stop up here at the corner. There's one thing that's been bothering me that needs to go away. And I'm sure you can see it from here, that bush. I don't like the bushes. They irritate me. I don't know why. But we're going to take care of that little problem as soon as we get up here. There's one. There's 2. There, that's better. I feel better now. Okay, we're going to do our last pass, then we'll go after the lime. We're going to dump our herbicide or our fertilizer off up here where we can get at it again. We're not going to do any liming on contracts. That just seems like a pain to run back and forth to the store. So we got that unloaded. We'll get some lime in here, and we'll get our field to the best possible, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Best possible condition. Well, looks like we're going to take one of the bags instead of the pallet that was already there, but whatever. Okay. Now we'll get her limed. Well, it appears that we have plenty of lime to do what we need to do. We're going to get our lime unloaded, get our fertilizer reloaded, and then we'll see what else there is to do for the day. I do want to check something. It said that in one spot of that field when we were running across it, it showed that our fertilizer was way too high. I do want to check that out. I mean, a lot of it's just perfect. A little low, a little low. It'll get better as time goes on, and it, puts the exact amount on that we need. Well, maybe nothing was too high. Maybe it was a too low spot that I was seeing. So our expected yield right now is 99%. Why is that so low? Did I forget something? It doesn't need plowing, it doesn't need rolling, doesn't need mulching, so I'm not sure what else it could possibly be. So I'm a little confused on why we're only at 99%, 98% in places, 120% in others. So, well, we're just going to live with it. Oops, I got to get back going in the right direction here. Well, now it's all up at 122. Oh, there's 99. So we're a little high on nitrogen, a little low on pH. So there were spots that I was too high on nitrogen or on fertilizer. Oh well. We're just going to do what we do and not worry about it. Anyway, we're going to hop back in our tractor. We're going to check out some contracts, see if there's anything available, and then we will go from there. Well, we have a decent sized mowing contract to do. We're going to take that one and then we'll just head back for the homestead, grab the other tractor. Oh, nuts. We're going to have to come up here after the mower, aren't we? Oh well, we'll do it. Anyway, I'll see you when I get back to the homestead. Well, I made it up here to grab our mower anyway. We're just going to grab that and head down to our field. It's just down the next road, down over there past the river. If I can get in here to get it anyway. Whoops. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, no. Hopefully I can still hook up here. I gotta go on the other side, don't I? Therein lies the problem. Without having a storage shed, this ought to be interesting. Okay, scoop that out of the way a little bit. There. Not quite what I had in mind, but you know, it works. Okay, I'm gonna head down to our field, to our contract. I'll see you when we get there. Okay, well here's our field. We're gonna hop right into it and see what we can get done. I just got this tiny little strip to clean up and we're done with our mowing contract. We're gonna see what else is out there. Not sure if there's anything, but we're gonna find out. get this guy up here close to a road, get her collected, and we'll see what else there is. $4,810. Well, there's no new contracts, nothing we can do. There's some hoeing and harvesting and bale wrapping, which we have none of. So we're going to get this mower back up to the field. I'm going to check in on what it'll cost me to build a sheep pen down on the homestead. I'd like to surround that row of trees with a sheep shed and start getting some wool. We're going to need that for the rope for the playground, among other things anyway. So I figure we might as well start. But we're going to check that out. I'm probably going to do that off camera just to see what it's actually going to cost. And we'll go from there. And we'll keep checking on contracts as we do it. We're gonna drop this guy right up here beside something. Probably down here in the trees, I guess. I don't know. At least that way I can't screw it up by going on the wrong side. Okay, so we're gonna get back to the homestead. Well, is our silage done? Not yet. We're at 88%. So we're back here. We're going to pull this trailer out of here only because this is the set of trees I'd like to put a sheep pen around. We're just going to pull it off out here in the middle somewhere. I'm going to do a little research and I'll get back to you on approximate price and where we're sitting. So I'm going to do some work and I'll get back to you when I find some contracts or when I figure this out. Well, I got some stuff figured out. It's going to be about $40,000 for the small sheep pen to completely surround this set of trees. And we'll still need the water tank to fill water into that one. That is not the one that has an automatic waterer. So not that big of a deal. It's a lot of money right at the moment. But, you know, we'll get there. I think that's going to be my goal for the next coming episodes. You know, just another thing that we can do to make money on our own property. So we're going to check on some contracts, see if anything else showed up, and we will go from there. But absolutely nothing showed up in contracts, so we're just going to hold off a bit, watch the silage finish up over the next hour or so. And we're going to keep checking on contracts and doing things. Not much going on right at the moment, but we'll give it some time. I'll see you when something happens. Well, we've come up with a very, very large plowing contract. I think we plowed this one last year too, if I remember right. It's a big field just south of the homestead. So we're definitely going to take that. Maybe we'll just let Courseplay take care of it, huh? But we're going to get this guy hooked up to the plow and get him down there. Yes, we did plow it. Because last year, I tried to plow that field with the little tractor. And we got one pass done, and then we had to switch to the bigger tractor. Anyway, we're gonna take this one on. I think we'll just let Courseplay do it. I mean, I'm trying to learn how to use it anyway, so why not, right? I mean, I'm paying for the workers, no different than anything else. And that'll let us do other things as they come up. If the silage decides to be a decent price or whatever, we can go sell it while this guy's doing his thing. So, it's right here. We are going to get her opened up, and we'll get Courseplay set up. And away we go. Well, we are just going to let this guy keep going. Our silage is done, and it's $1 more per 1,000 liters than the max price is supposed to be. So we're going to hop in a little tractor, and we'll see if that thing can handle loading the silage along with getting it up to the farmer's market. At least it's close. The farmer's market's just right down the road. So we're going to get rid of the fertilizer spread. That's not what I was going to try to get rid of. Get rid of the fertilizer spreader. I'm going to grab the silage cutter only because we might have to clean up some at the end that the forage wagon can't pick up. And the best way to do that is with one of these. So, I will see you when I get up to the field. Yeah, we're almost back up here to the field. We're just going to grab our forage wagon, and we are going to uncover the silage, and we're going to start loading it. We'll have to start from this end and work our way down, as I don't think I can make it up some of these hills with this little tractor, especially the way they're not very, how you say, smooth, I guess is the word I'm going to look for. Okay, we're going to get her uncovered. I don't remember what button that is. I rarely do silage. There, that'll work. We're going to fire it up, and we're going to start collecting our silage. Hopefully it opens up further than just this, so that we can, uh-oh. That's not good. Well, we may have to wait for the big tractor to be done. I hope not, but the way it's going, it's not looking very promising. Why is it not opening further? Okay, well, we're gonna have to do this the hard way, I see. Yeah, I don't like the way the silage pit's open at all. Oh, and then I forgot to turn it on. Why? Why is it shutting off? Come on, little guy. You got this. Oh. Well, I figured out why it's shutting off. Silage is heavy. And with our trailer weight limit set, that's all we can haul, 10,873 liters. So, we're going to go up here to the farmer's market and we're going to sell it. I believe it goes on this side, where the bales go, I think. We're going to find out. Nope. Take her over to the other side and see what it looks like. Yeah, right here on this side. Okay. We'll get her unloaded. We'll keep chugging away. See what kind of money we make. Well, 1,324 plus another 118 for the environmental score. So just under $1,500 a load. Not as good as I was hoping for, but it's better than I expected. So I know we're on hard mode. Everything is difficult. Prices are low. So we're going to keep chugging away. I'll catch up with you when we're done. Does anybody know why I can't open my silage pit? Well, supposedly, I have to use my shovel to remove some of the silage, or it will not trigger for the unload. So, we're gonna try it. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if I have to leave some of the silage or what. Great. You would think that this is the kind of stuff that giants would actually fix. So, don't know. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to just try to dump some of this back in there. I don't know. I'm totally lost at the moment. Well, it's good to know that I'm a terrible loader operator. Like anybody didn't know that already. Hey, look at that. Okay, and we're gonna get that last piece too if I can. If I can climb the damn pile here. There. That's more like what I was looking for. Well, at least now we know that we have to come in and remove the top before we do anything else. Okay. Well, I hate to be this way, but we're gonna have to wait for the big tractor. This little guy just can't do this. I think this is gonna have to be the first piece of equipment we replace as our loader tractor. Let's check on some contracts and we'll see where we're at. Well, there's no contracts there, so we're gonna get this guy back down to the homestead And we'll just wait for the big tractor to be done. We definitely need a bigger loader. There's no chance we can continue this with this little tractor. Oh, you stupid UPS guy. God, I hate traffic in this game. Anyways, there's no way we can continue this series with this little tractor. We gotta figure something out. But after the silage is done today and after collecting that big plowing contract, I think we're going to be able to afford sheep. At least the enclosure, and probably one or two little sheep. It might have to be the babies, but we'll see. I'm not going to buy an animal trailer yet, only because I don't think we can afford one. So I'll just have them delivered and then just let them populate the enclosure on their own. But we'll find out. So for now, I'm just going to get back to the homestead and we're going to ride along with the big tractor until it's done, which it's at 93%. So when we get there, we get there. I will see you when we get to the big tractor. Looks like we got about one more pass and we'll be done. That's a $14,000 contract. That is a big payday. And that's exactly what we need to get our sheep. I think it's going to be right around $40,000 to get the sheep. Really? Really? Fine, I'll finish it myself. I see even the course play is not overly bright sometimes. So, we'll get this guy finished. Get our final little pass done. We'll get it collected. And we will head for the homestead. $14,831. Okay, we're going to get back to the homestead and we'll head up to our silage pit and get that done. And that should give us somewhere, I think we've probably got 6 more loads, 5 full loads and an extra. So it should get us close to $50,000. But I'll see you when we get up to the field. Well, we're back at our silage pit. Just gonna hop right into it and get this stuff delivered. I'll see you when we get it done. Should be about just under $1,500 a load. I'm almost up to the farmer's market with my final load of silage. It's just shy of a full load. We're going to be very close to $49,000. That should more than get us our sheep pen, I think. Not really sure. We're going to find out though, I think. We'll get this unloaded, see where we sit. $48,855. We're gonna drop the forage wagon back off at the field, and we're gonna get the big tractor back home. Might check contracts on the way there, we'll see. And then I'm gonna see if I can't build me a sheep pen and get that loaded up. If we do, we're gonna have to mow some grass in our homestead just to get it loaded up for the night. Hopefully that lasts us until the meadow starts to grow. I might just take the mower with me, well, yeah, I'll take the mower with me. That'll be the first thing we need. We'll also need the windrower and the forage wagon. But it is what it is. I'm just going to park this guy right here on the road since we're going to need him anyway, I think. And we'll head down and grab the mower. The next time we mow this is November. Depending on if we can keep up with demand for the sheep with our homestead, we may have to mow this for hay. We'll see. But I will see you when we get back to the field, or get back to the homestead. And we're just going to back this into our little storage shed, keep it out of the way. Then we're going to come over here and see what we can do about a sheep pen. I'm going to save it before I start building anything, just in case, and I may have to just reload it as is. We'll find out, because I know there's times that you screw up and it still costs you a lot of money. So, I will see you when I figure something out. Okay, well, we got it. Cost us, well, $30,000 or so. It goes all the way down through here. I have not checked it out to see how many sheep it'll hold yet, but it goes to the edge of our property down here and all the way over to the road. It's really the only good use for this part of the property without having to do a ton of landscaping. But that's what we've got. So let's see what we can do about some sheep. Well, it'll hold 38. We don't want goats. I think we're just going to go with some sheep. A couple of these guys. Well, how about 10 of them? That should get us started, shouldn't it? Or should I go with whole 8-month-old? I think we're going to go 10 with the full aged ones. Get us some wool right away. Okay, now we got to mow some grass. We're going to get that trailer completely out of the way now. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we mow there. Okay, we're going to mow. We're going to windrow it. We're going to pick it up, and we're going to get it into the sheep. We'll just mow around stuff. We're just going to get some just so that they have some food. You know how it is. We don't have a huge property here, but it should get us some grass anyway. The beauty of sheep is being able to use grass and not hay. I got one more little chunk to mow. Then we're going to go up and we're going to take the mower up grab the windrower, bring that back. You know the routine. Mow, windrow, pick up. Not a lot of grass here, but it'll get the sheep fed. So, I will see you when I get back down here with the windrower. Okay, well, we're back up here. We're going to get this all windrowed up. I think I'm just going to try getting it in one giant windrow. I know that's typically not a good idea, but you know me and bad ideas. I'm kind of the king of them. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get one giant windrow and just come in and pick it all up at once. Why is it getting dark at 4:30? Oh well, we'll get this done, and then we're probably going to be too dark to do anything the way it looks. 4:30 in August though doesn't seem quite right. Oh, we're going to give up on that. We're just going to go get our forage wagon. It's getting dark for some reason. It's only, oh wait, it's 6:36, not 4:36. That explains that. So we're going to get down to the field, grab our our forage wagon, get back here, pick that up, get our sheep fed, and that's probably where we're going to call it for the night. So I will see you when I get back down here. Now we're going to get a trailer load full of grass here, get it to our sheep. We may only just do the one because it's getting pretty dark out here. We can always just get them one and then get more tomorrow if we need. Well, it appears that one trailer is all we're going to get, so we're just going to pick it all up. Okay. Well, we'll get the sheep fed. Oh, crap. We need water for them too, don't we? Well, we're going to go down and get a load of water too. Just one. Disconnect that right there. Grab onto our water trailer. Get that down. Get her filled up. Lots to do, lots to do. I see we have a load of long planks here too. That should be the last one for the museum. Unless that's beams, I'm not really sure. Oh. Looks like long planks. So we're gonna get this down, get her loaded up, get one load of water into the sheep. And then we're gonna call her quits. Ah, I can't go that way anymore. I have a sheep pen. I have to go all the way around. Okay, well, we got this. And then tomorrow I'll do some landscaping around this, get her all cleaned up, get some of the lumps taken out and whatnot. But we're gonna do that in the daylight. So, last thing we're gonna do is get this load of water up there. And then we'll call August as a success. Wow, it won't even hold a full load of that. So we are full of water, we're full of food. Our meadow is at 0 right at the moment. We are going to turn allow automatic reproduction on, and we'll see if they actually start to reproduce or if we have to do it ourselves. Well, we're just going to allow automatic. How about that? We're just going to even leave the tractor out here for the night. And I would like to thank everybody for watching once again, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next year. I really appreciate it. We got a long ways today, actually. So thank you guys all for watching. Have a wonderful night.